Today I'm going to show you how to do a spinning heel kick. I'm going to also take these boots off because they're going to make this really hard to do. So the spinning heel kick, effectively, you're in your fighting stance, you spin and whoosh, you do your kick. It goes whack across the face. Now, a lot of beginners will do a straight leg all the way around, like so, and they find it really hard. And usually the pinnacle of the kick happens somewhere over there or over there, not the target, straight ahead. Big key factor, you take your fighting stance, and you may have to shuffle your feet a little bit as you turn your body. So you let your feet go backwards away from your opponent. You're going to turn your whole body around. Now I can completely see, so I'm using the camera as my target. I can completely see it. I'm not just in my peripheral. I can see it. From there, I'm going to lift your knee up in that chamber position. I'm going to start pointing my knee at the target. I'm not leading with my foot, I'm actually leading with my knee here. So as I start hitting around, knee, the foot flicks out when it hits about that 45-degree angle. It goes across the target hitting, and about the other 45, so it travels about 90 degrees. You hook it in and return to your position. Go around, whoosh, and kick. There you go, my shorts a little bit more. Yep. Whoosh. Now, say you get good at that, you can also do a bit of a stepping variation. You could step into the spin. So if you're a little bit further away from your opponent, chasing him down, whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Make up my glasses. It's not too bright here, so I'm going to leave these off too. See my eyes in this video. Take your step. Now try not to leave your foot facing forwards when you do this. Step with it already spun, turned. That's a better word. Step, so you've already started your twist, around, whoosh, and kick. And go a little faster, whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Always important to keep your hands up in a sensible place. I don't strictly say they must stay here. Sometimes you have to have a little bit of movement, but there should be something between you and your opponent. Alrighty, so you've got to upgrade again. You got the hang of those two. Well, then we have jumping to occur. So you have your standard jumping, spinning heel kick. So that will look something like just from here, up, whoosh, and your kick. Now, that's hard to do. So you can get used to that by spin, and as you go to do your kick, you're going to hop on the foot that's still on the ground. Hop. It's a little bit smoother. Bah. And you start learning how to time your kick and your jump together. Bah. Bah. Until you can get that tuck jump to work, where you get your knees up and fire. So here, hop, bah, and kick. So ideally you get the one that's left behind to try and tuck to your crotch, whilst the other one tucks initially and then fires out. And going further on from there, we have a 360 spinning heel kick. So our kicking leg is now in front. You're going to drive and spin with the other leg. It's going to be your driving leg. These shorts suck. My work shorts, they haven't given me new ones in like 7 years, 8 years. So you're going to drive the rear leg as you jump and get the spin to occur. It's not really too much you can do to break it down. I suppose you could jump, land, and then kick. Get used to the actual motion of the jump with the spin. Boom, boom, pa. If you've got that working, you can basically do the kick. So there, up, and kick. Generates a lot of power, very hard to do in something like sparring or so, without hurting your partner. It's not that the kick is so technically advanced, it's that you're in air, you're spinning, there's not a lot you can do at that point to stop yourself. Same as if you were to do it on a film set or so. Whenever I've had to do this on set, I've had to just warn whoever I'm kicking at is, I'm gonna kick, it's gonna be controlled, I'm gonna kick where I'm going to kick, but I cannot stop myself once it goes. You have to be not in that spot. So I'm pretty good at targeting. If I've got a spot right there to kick, I'm pretty good at hitting that spot. But if that's where that person's head is and they haven't moved out of the way or done their reaction, then there's not a lot you can do when you're in mid-flight and you see them in the last fraction of a second. You may be able to ease the kick off. That's about all you got left at that point. So you're there, you're gonna swoosh that leg through and kick. And that is the variance of a spinning heel kick. Hopefully you get something out of that. You've learned something. Maybe you were doing something a little different that maybe was holding you back from making it work. But there you go. See you next time.